Welcome back, everyone, to the GuideWell Insights Lounge. My name is Kate Warnock, and I'm here with a very special guest, Mr. Will Weisman. Will, welcome to the interview.
Thank you, Kate. Great to be here.
Will is the Executive Director of Conferences for Singularity University, and I'm sure you have had a very, very full start to the day. I was hoping that you could kind of give us a recap for what you heard on main stage this morning.
Absolutely. So first of all, it's great to have GuideWell here. We really appreciate all your support, and it's terrific. I mean, we've got about 750 folks here for Exponential Medicine. It's our third time here. We kick things off at about 1 o'clock this afternoon, and with the main stage kind of plenary session. We had initially myself kind of welcoming everyone, followed by Daniel Kraft, who kind of set the stage basically, kind of talking about exponential technology, how to think exponential, and kind of starting to help people think about and prepare for a lot of the tech conversations that we're going to have going into this. Then brought on Rob Nail, our CEO, who actually chatted with everyone about what was happening at the forefront of robotics. Obviously huge implications on the robotics front in terms of impacting healthcare and medicine. And then we had Neil Jacobstein on talking about artificial intelligence as well. Again, you know, tied hand in hand there, I mean, but having huge impact on what's happening in the world of medicine. And then last we had Jeremy Howard on talking about big data and also machine learning and AI as well. So a lot of the first day is really all about kind of setting this foundation and really kind of preparing people for a lot of the deep talks that will come over the ensuing few days.
Well, Will, I know too that you know, what makes Singularity so unique, and Exponential Medicine in particular, is the people that it convenes and the challenges that it helps to really try to solve for. What is it that makes this particular event as unique as it is?
Yeah, thank you. So, you know, it's a very unique event. We had someone last year actually call this the Coachella of medicine conferences, which I thought was pretty high praise and made me laugh. So it's an eclectic gathering to begin with. So we bring, you know, a lot of disparate folks together. We've got payers and providers. We have investors, entrepreneurs, you know, big companies, little companies. It's really very diverse. You're isolated here at the Del Coronado for 4 days, which is not a bad place to be, you know, to be stuck. But it ends up just making for a really great kind of energy and a real great opportunity for people to connect and network. And so I think part of it's the people that we bring together, part of it's kind of the environment that we have here. A lot of it is the content, right? And bringing some of these world-class thinkers and doers here to be able to talk about, you know, what's happening at the forefront of medicine and healthcare, and to look at all these different technology areas, right? So I think a lot of conferences don't necessarily have an opportunity to kind of do a dive into all, you know, what is happening with robotics and AI and synthetic biology, and then kind of synthesize it and bring it all together. So that's really what we try to do, and also try to throw in a lot of fun and got parties on the beach and drum circles, exactly, silent disco. So it makes for a really fun few days.
Well, another thing that I think makes it so fantastic is the fact that you have a global audience and global participants too. So with that outlook, I know that you have a very large contingent from the Netherlands, you have folks here from the UK, you have folks here from New Zealand even. What is it that you think layers on as far as the value that perspective brings?
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, I don't know the exact stats, but I'm going to guess that we're kind of 20+% kind of international, and a lot of South Americans as well. So we bring people from all over the world. I think it adds, you know, a different breadth to everything, right? I mean, these conversations that we're having, it opens it up to make sure that we're really talking about global issues and thinking about the global perspective that a lot of these you know, topics bring. So I think that's a piece for it. I mean, there's folks who you can get so siloed. I think, you know, in the U.S. or in a lot of our day-to-day jobs, and so to get a chance to interact with someone that's facing very different challenges in a very different part of the world, and you may be sitting on a technology that could have a profound impact for them, right? And so there's really interesting collaborations that come out of this as a result of like really interesting, unexpected combinations basically coming together.
You know, and as different as some of those challenges might be, I think too, another unifying theme for this event is that we are also facing many of the same challenges. You know, we have such population health issues such as the obesity epidemic, the aging boomer wave that's hitting. So, you know, I think that having your participants that come here, maybe some of those population health issues might be really well solved for here in the United States that might have applicability to Canada or elsewhere, and so hopefully we're going to really get that global perspective.
Yeah, I think that's absolutely right. I mean, I think we have a lot of folks internationally who are way ahead of what we're doing here in the States, right? And so it's a great opportunity for Americans to be able to get exposed to some of these great companies and technologists and individuals who are out there changing the world, and sometimes have regulatory systems that make it easier for them to move things forward, have different challenges that have caused them to innovate in ways that all of a sudden makes what they've created very, very appropriate for challenges that we're facing here in the U.S.
Right.
So I think it adds a lot to it. And we actually, with a lot of the things that we do at Singularity, it draws a very diverse international crowd, which is terrific.
Well, I think too, one of the privileges of being here is that Singularity has a mission of really solving for the world's great challenges. And so, with tackling medicine and health in particular, are there particular themes that you would say are really going to be most discussed here in the next 4 days?
That is a great question. I mean, we've got 11 different tracks that we tend to focus on in terms of these global challenges, one of which is health, and so that will obviously be the dominant one. But we talk about, energy, we talk about poverty. I mean, a lot of these things are kind of all interwoven. Health will clearly be the dominant theme. I'm not sure exactly what the conversations will lead to in terms of the impact on our global grand challenges. We have a lot of companies. We're sitting here in our innovation lab, which was starting to slowly get populated. We'll have about 60 great companies here starting tomorrow morning. Many of those companies actually have an impact element to them and health related. So it'll be interesting to kind of bring some of those over and introduce you to some of them, because I think you'll find that what they're doing will bring a very interesting kind of impact focus.
Absolutely. We plan to have many of them here on air with us, and I'm sure that, as folks see behind us, we're going to have a room full of people starting tomorrow morning, and again, that's with the Innovation Lab, so watch for those interviews too, coming from Jessica DeMassa. My name is Kate Warnock. Will, I want to thank you so much for joining us here at the Guidewell Insights Lounge. We hope to see you again soon, and have a great day 2, 3, and 4.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Kate. Really appreciate it. Great being here with you.
All right.
Thank you.